So far this season, we haven't lost a single game in the Premier League. In fact, we haven't lost a single game in general apart from that Carabao Cup defeat in the first round against Manchester United. But today that could all change as we are facing second place Liverpool at home and third place Leicester City away from home. They've really done us dirty with a great leg of fixtures there. And then we have to verse the mighty Nottingham Forest. It's not going to be a good run, boys and girls. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 29th episode of the FM21 Manchester City Road to the Champions League save with me, Raxo FM, where today we are facing Leicester City away from home, but first we are versing Liverpool at home. I don't know why I did it in that order, but I thought I'd switch it up. We're currently top of the Premier League table, and if we win these games, it could help extend us by quite a distance. Leicester are a good few points away from us, but Liverpool are right on our tail, so this game is crucial. And if you smash the like button today, it should give us the luck that we need, as well as subscribing to the Raxo FM YouTube channel to help us get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers at some point. You know, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your friends. Ideally, tell your friends, actually. Your mum and your dad are probably going to be less interested than your friends. Tell your friends about me, not your mum and your dad. Although, tell your mum and dad as well. And make sure that we do smash our like target today of 9 likes. Maybe I went a wee bit above and beyond yesterday, going for another 10 likes. I think we only got 8, so I'll settle it back down to 9. I think that's a very respectable amount. Since last time we saw each other, I haven't quite simulated as many games off camera, but 4 is still respectable if you ask me, and we won each and every single one of them. A 3-0 win against West Brom in the league, as well as another 3-0 win against Wolves in the league. Then we beat Olympic Lyon in the Champions League 2-1, and then we managed to beat Real Sociedad 5-1, which 100% confirms that we are through to the next round, as well as quite a few other teams. That's how it tends to work. Going through them, I actually haven't taken a look at this yet. We could be facing either Ajax, Bryune Munich, Chelsea. I really hope we don't get Chelsea. Celtic, I don't mind that. I'd love Celtic. RB Salzburg, again, wouldn't mind a bit of that. Or PSG. So there's some teams in there that we definitely want to avoid, and there's some teams in there that we would definitely like to draw. However, knowing our luck, I think it's going to be the PSGs or the Valencias of the world, or even the Chelseas, to be honest. But we'll have to wait and see what happens when we do have the draw, which is maybe in this episode. I'm not certain, but we're going to check it, apparently. I feel like that's a month that we've already seen. What month are we in right now? Oh, no, there we go. The draw is happening. It's not on my calendar. Okay. It will happen when it happens. Oh my gosh, I am playing a game before the World Cup as well. Okay, well this is going to be a lot of simulation off camera. You're going to see what happens in the World Cup though. It's going to be an exciting episode. So not only do we have the game against Liverpool, we then have the World Cup, and then we have the game against Leicester City. That's premium content for you boys and girls. But without any further ado, I've been talking for quite some time. In fact, I've been talking for 2.5 minutes. That's not that bad. I could be a lot worse than that. Let's jump into the first game of the episode. And this is the squad that we are going with for it. We've got Haaland, De Bryune, Grealish, Torres, Milinkovic, Savic, Goretzka, Kimmich, De Ligt, Laporte, Davies, and Ederson in between the sticks. We have a brilliant starting lineup, boys and girls. And I think that we are going to come away with a win. If we don't, that's only because Liverpool have a pretty decent team too. I'm going to start on a positive mentality. It's going to quickly move down to balanced if it doesn't start going our way early on, but I'm confident. And even looking at that team that we can see right there against Liverpool, I think that we do have a stronger 11, but we'll have to critically analyse it as it comes up to us now. I am almost 100% sure Liverpool also haven't lost a single game in the league this year. Actually, maybe they have. With that loss there at the end, they've signed a couple of good players in there, including Kamara, Martinez. I believe Bentancur was also in there. But being just 2 points behind us, I'm pretty sure they've just drawn one more game than us. So that loss must have been in the Champions League or something like that. So let's try and get their first loss of the season today and come away with like 10th win of the year. Probably more than that, like 11th. Oh my goodness, that was not a good start. That positioning was concerning. Ederson has to pick himself up after that, because that was pretty horrendous. Luckily, it didn't find the back of the net, and we're still on level terms but it's all Liverpool at this point in time, so I am moving down to a balanced mentality. We're not scoring any goals based off the way that things are going right now. In fact, we've had 0 shots to their 3. It's not been a great affair. You would have expected both teams to come out flying with attacking opportunities left, right and centre. Not quite been the way it's gone so far, but now we could have our first opportunity of the game. De Bryune into Goretzka, back to Haaland, over to Ferran Torres, who's playing out on the right-hand side, which is apparently his preferred position. And maybe that shot, if it went into the back of the net, would have proven us why, but unfortunately it is blocked. And I think that was all the highlight is going to show us, unless we see another ball go into the mixer here. De Bryune trying to find a pass, plays it back to Milinkovic-Savic. Oh my goodness, that is tasty. That was brilliant from Serge Milinkovic-Savic. I remember a couple of episodes ago, he did the back heel. This time he's whipped out the Rabona, and Haaland is there. Nod the ball in the back of the net, and we are now 1-0 up. Against the run of play, you could say, but with that ability, with that skill, you have to admire it. You have to respect it. And well done to Serge Milinkovic-Savic. I mean, good finish by Haaland as well, but we'll give the praise to SMS this time. And going into halftime, it looks like we are 1-0 up, and we could be giving Liverpool their first loss of the season. That is crucial in our run for the title. You know, a good gap would be very nice to have, especially going into a massive break where the games are now going to get super congested. This is going to be a tough year to try and win the Champions League and the Premier League. Maybe we'll have to find a way to rotate the squad, although we do have a huge lineup, so we should be okay. And I now just noticed that Ferran Torres on that right-hand side is looking a wee bit tired, as well as De Bryune, who hasn't done a whole lot. So I'm going to make a substitution to get them both off, and we're going to bring on Bernardo Silva, who's not got much of an opportunity lately to run around in the squad. Potentially undeservedly, but we just have so many great winger options out there with Kulu, Ferran Torres. Grealish has been playing out of his skin, not proving me right here by playing a 6.2, and that wasn't brilliant from him either. But we've also got Sterling who can play out there. I've gone over them multiple times. We all know we've got plenty of people out on those wings, and he's just not been making the cut lately. So if he can do well in this game, he might be able to push himself back into the lineup. What is he doing from this corner here? Is it a decent ball? It's not a bad ball. Not found the right target though, and he only has 10 minutes to really impress. But you know what? If he manages to keep us in this game, manages to get a win, I'll accept that. That's good enough for me. And we now have an opportunity. Grealish swinging in the ball. Oh, it's terrible. It's a terrible, boys and girls. And it looks like Liverpool could be attacking us now. It would be a pretty tough pill to swallow if they score, but we've still got it. And this could be another attacking opportunity. Pedri has somehow gotten it, and Henderson has just chopped him down. I don't know why he stood there and let Pedri go around him, but he's chopped him down in frustration. It must have been. And I think that this is game, set, and match. Without their captain, without one of their players, I think we've got the upper hand well and truly. And I think we're going to come away with all 3 points. Oh no! I've been talking about how we're going to win this, and now there's an opportunity, and Liverpool are on the ball. I'm frightened by this significantly, boys and girls, but we have picked it up. Bernardo Silva, this could be our attacking opportunity. It is our attacking opportunity. Milinkovic-Savic, I thought he was going to secure the deal. He should have Rabona'd it again. Maybe, at least then I would have had a level of respect for him. He just blasted it at the goalkeeper. No respect. Rabona, and it goes over the top of the bar. At least there's a level of respect for giving it a crack, but I think it doesn't matter. I think we're coming away with the win. Only a few more seconds, plays it back, and we have gotten Liverpool their first loss of the season, and we've given ourselves a bigger gap between us and the side below us. I think it's a 5-point gap now, if my maths is correct. There we go, 37 points to 32. It's a decent gap to have after 13 matches in the football, and we're doing quite well. Now, I have to simulate an entire... Okay, this is going to take a while. I'm just going to chill out with some Netflix. I don't even know what I'm watching on Netflix right now. I think I'm watching The Office. Yeah, I guess I'll put The Office on. That's all right. And just simulate for a good wee while until we know who has won the World Cup. Actually, shout out to New Zealand. New Zealand are in the World Cup this time. I should have actually known the World Cup. I knew it was coming up. I just always forget. But New Zealand are actually in it, and they're hardly ever in it. So hats off to them. New Zealand, my home country, the place I'm in as we speak. Like I've left the country twice in my life, so it's where I spend the majority of my time. But could be a good run for them. They've not been given the best group ever, but I back them. I don't actually back them. There's no way they're getting out of that group. If they get a point, that's a win for me. But I think you'll all be wanting to see it come home from England. And they have a decent opportunity of doing that. Not the best group ever, but I think they'll get through. My prediction for the winner... Or based off the positions in, I think France. I think France have got it. It's a repeat of the final, Croatia versus France, but I think France have got it in the bag. That's my prediction. Let's see if I'm right. Well, that took half an age, and we have a lot of stuff that we need to go over. First of all, the World Cup. I haven't even checked it. I don't know who's won it. The winners were Italy. Just like in the Euros, Italy have come away with the win. This time a 1-0 beating of Brazil. And it's Mancini in the 87th minute, a dramatic final. And I don't think England did too well to you English supporters going through the groups. Yeah, they didn't even make it out. And I think that's the only massively notable team that didn't make it out of the group. Unfortunately, New Zealand didn't even get a point. But then when we go on to the knockout stages, it became, I don't know, I haven't checked it actually. So Ghana were beaten by Brazil, Spain, Holland, Portugal, Italy, USA, Argentina, Belgium, some pretty decent teams in there. France, my prediction, didn't even get past the second round. Then into the semi-finals, we've got Brazil and Holland, Italy and Argentina. Italy come away with the win. Decent tournament, and I believe that none of our players managed to get any awards in it, unfortunately. The winner of the best player was Immobile. Didn't think I'd ever be saying that. We got a pretty close player to goal of the tournament, but Mbappe only came second. This USA man got the one that won it in the end, and we have been drawn our team for the next round of the Champions League, and it is Ajax. I'll actually take that. That's not horrendous. It's not great either. We're a pretty decent side, but they're not currently winning the Eredivisie, so maybe we have gotten away with a wee bit of a luck here, but I don't know. I still think there could have been an easier side, but at least it's not PSG or Chelsea. I haven't set up my team either, so yeah, this is going to be fun to do together. I immediately changed my mind on that. I don't want to do that with you. This is the team that we're going with. You can use your eyes. You can look at it. It's a decent 11. The only worry is not everyone is fully match fit because obviously with a bit of time off with the World Cup, even though a lot of our players were in it, there's some tired legs out there. So taking a look at the Leicester side that we're versing today, I'm hoping that they won't have many players that were in the World Cup because yeah, I want them to be just as match unfit as us. But did I see a player that used to play for us in there? John Stones. I didn't remember selling him to them, but I mean, I've sold too many players to actually keep track of every single person. They've also got Iheanacho, who was also a former player for Manchester City. So a bit of a battle here, but I'm expecting a win, even though we're away from home and even though they're in third place. I'm not sure if they're still in third place, but definitely a good side, and we'll have to make sure that we do be at our best ability to be able to beat them today. They aren't in third place anymore. Going down to fifth place doesn't change the fact that they're going to be a hard beat today. If they do things like that, they're not going to be a very hard team to beat at all. I'll take that. Thanks, Marmaduke Sacco. At least it wasn't John Stones, because then it would have been a wee bit dodgy, a bit of favouritism from his former club. But 20 minutes gone, 2 shots, 1-0. Don't mind if I do, boys and girls. It looks like it's going to be a comfortable game for us. Only 1 shot to Leicester at 0.08 XG for them, so not exactly threatening left, right and centre, are they? Although they're on the attack right now. Unless we're going to pick it up, we do pick it up. Milinkovic-Savic goes for the shot, but just drifts wide. And I think that we're going to be pretty comfortable going into the halftime break. I'm not expecting a single other highlight. I think we're going to be leading 1-0 as we go into the team talk. I was exactly right. Absolute genius. Making some seriously good predictions here. I'm going to tell them I'm delighted with the performance. I think they've done well. Although the goal was a own goal and XG is only 0.31. Actually, I probably should have said I wasn't happy with the performance, but as long as they reacted positively to that, that's the important thing. And Sacco has just redeemed himself by scoring a goal on the other end, and it's 1-1 on the day. It hasn't been a great performance so far, actually. Statistically speaking, we've not done great, especially when you consider the fact that the goal we scored was an own goal. So maybe I shouldn't have said. I definitely shouldn't have said I was happy with the performance. And I'm thinking about making a tactical substitution here. But we've got an opportunity and I'll have to wait and see what happens after this one. Davies on the ball, playing it into SMS, into Ferran Torres, who's looking for a pass. He does find SMS, back into Kimmich. And we're knocking it around quite well. Jao Cancelo on the right-hand side, swinging a ball in. Okay, that would have been a very impressive header if it went into the back of the net. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near the target. And it shouldn't have even really been a highlight. We're going to bring Memphis Depay on. He hasn't had much to do with the first team for a while now. maybe this is going to be the game where he comes back into it and solidifies his place back on the bench. I haven't put Gabriel Barbosa on the bench today, and I'm not 100% certain why, but if he scores, it's going to be on purpose, and it's going to be my tactical genius. And I know it's not Memphis Depay, but I think we've just won a penalty. Laporte has been pushed there, and you've got to give a penalty for that, boys and girls. That is a penalty. It is Mbappe stepping up to the spot, playing a 6.3 today. Is he going to score it? Of course he does. One of the best players in the world. He's up for the Ballon d'Or this year, up for the World Player of the Year, and he puts that one away. No problems, no questions asked. That's going into the bottom corner. And we're going to rest a few players now, just to try and make sure that everyone is fully match fit at the end of this game, actually. So I'm going to bring on, I remember Goretzka not being great either, so I'm going to bring him on for Kimmich. It's basically a like-for-like swap there, German midfielder that we signed from Bayern. Exactly, they're basically the same person. I am slightly concerned by the fact that there is a chance coming straight afterwards, but it wasn't actually a chance. I love that clearance from Milinkovic-Savic. Just no nonsense, get it out of there. No, good stuff. I rate it, and I think it's going to be enough for us to get a 2-1 win. It's certainly not the best performance we've ever put in. A goal from a penalty and a goal from an own goal. You take what you can get in football, though, and that's, the best teams win even when they're playing badly. So we will certainly take that, and we'll move on to next episode where it will be the transfer window. I'll probably come back around, I'm skipping all these good games against Arsenal, Manchester United. I guess I'll come back for the game against Tottenham and Fulham, or maybe Aston Villa. I don't really want to play that many games off camera, actually. I don't know, probably Fulham and Aston Villa and wrap up transfer window. I don't know. We'll see how I feel off camera. But for now, I know that I'm ending this episode, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. Make sure to smash the like button if you have, as well as subscribe to the Raxel FM YouTube channel. And I'll see you all later.